I did not know what a side chick was. I watched this, I was like, hold up.
I don't want to hear about you're falling for me or you're falling in love with me. Maybe in love. No, not even then. Just tell me when you're there. Don't tell me when you're on your way. Tell me when you're there.
Back and keep your booty clean. Just let you know.
There you go.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of No Caller ID. You're here with me. My name's Ebony. We've also got Shan and Dee. And if you've not heard of us before, we talk about, things like trending topics. We ask some difficult, sometimes questions of the week. We discuss movies, music, all of that. So hopefully, you keep tuning in week on week. And don't forget to share it with your friends as well. So before we get started on today's episode, how are you girls feeling? How's your week been? It's Freedom Week in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
How's that been from?
I was going to say, I didn't even realise that that's what was going on this week.
I think, was it Monday? Yeah, I didn't realise until Tuesday. I was like, oh, okay.
To be fair, I did see quite a lot of people on
streets,
in bars, restaurants this week. So yeah, I feel like everyone's been enjoying their Freedom Week.
I guess. Look, when I go food shopping, everybody's still got a mask on. So I think that's still super ingrained in us. I
was going to ask you guys last week actually if you were planning on still wearing your masks. Because I've been traveling on trains and stuff, and I've been wearing mine. And majority of the people as well have also been wearing their masks.
Yeah.
So
I definitely am still masking in public transport. Well, yeah, I haven't been on a train in a while, but Ubers and stuff like that, or close spaces, I don't feel it just feels weird to be just exposed.
I mean, so I'm gonna still wear mine even though I don't actually wear it, so I sound like a hypocrite. However, no, wait, let me explain. I will be wearing my mask in close confined spaces and in public transport, but I don't typically use it. But I just actually want to cover my face because I don't want to do my makeup. So
there is that. This week though, it was a bit hard because it was so hot, and with the mask, especially when you're in really tight spaces like underground and stuff, I was like, I want to be taking this off, but then I'm looking around and seeing all these people, and I'm like,
keeping it on.
Let me just until I get outside. As far as anything outside goes, I'm not wearing a mask. But inside, I am.
Okay, so let's move on to what's been going on the timeline this week. We've got a variety of different topics to discuss. The first being okay, if I say anything wrong, you're just gonna have to give me a blind because it is what it is. Okay, I don't know half these people. So Lil Uzi Vert, I believe his government name is Simea. I'm not trying to expose, but Anyway,
government.
So apparently he is in the process of purchasing his own planet. I don't know who from, but he's trying to be the first human to legally own a planet. So, ladies, is this on your bucket list, or what do we think about this in general?
The millionaires are out here just millionairing this week. Jeff Bezos is out here flying to space, and he's now trying to buy a planet from God knows who for God knows how much.
I want to know how much a planet's going for, because stars are quite cheap. Yeah, you can get a cheap star, and I'm sure there's plenty. Even there's loads of planets. So
how do we know, right? When you've bought a star, that no one else has bought the same star as you.
Exactly.
How do you know that?
Scam. It is a scam.
It's a scam because you're never going to visit.
Scam.
No, yeah. I think when they obviously buy a star, they must send out those things into space with the price tag. Oh, and then it just.
I think so. You were talking about a receipt. I was they do.
A space receipt. And then obviously, because everything has gravity, all they're gonna do is get really close to that star and just poof, and then it gravitates to the star.
I would love for someone to buy me a star though one day. I think that cheesy stuff.
It's just cute.
It's cute. That cheesy stuff. That's called wasting your money. Because what on earth are you doing? It's ideas and dreams. The heck?
I would never
write me a little poem. You are my star.
You are my star.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
That's you, Jenny, Jennifer's Fred star.
I don't business. Buy me a star, okay?
I would never buy a star for myself.
Yeah, not for
or a
myself,
planet for
no.
myself, because I don't understand what I need to do. Or what's it for? You know, I'm very practical. But
Maybe somebody buys you a planet, guys.
If you want to gift me something,
Do they know
Open
something that we don't? That's happening in our lifetime? Because why is everybody out here going galactic?
The thing
Have
is,
you noticed?
everyone's training, and we're just sitting here like getting by. We're not seeing what's happening. Like everyone's like practicing to fly in space, buying their planets.
they're preparing for something.
They're preparing for something.
So
Imagine all the millionaires and billionaires just leave this planet.
On one day.
Yeah. See.
Oh, that's how I know we messed up.
Stumbled.
Like, yeah.
Do you think we'd be better off? Anyway, I'm thinking too deep into this.
Did anybody else used to watch that show though? When they were all in that one little, it was like the spaceship and then they all lived in it. They all lived in this spaceship.
Ooh, hold
Star
on.
Trek?
No.
Oh, okay.
And it was circular, innit? It was a big circle thing.
Oh, was it a cartoon?
No,
I was thinking about Futurama.
And I swear it was on Disney Channel.
It's not Futurama.
No, that one doesn't ring a bell. I've probably seen it.
It was on Disney Channel, but anyway, whatever that is, yeah, I would own that.
My parents are in it. No, they lived in the planet. Yeah, I don't remember.
But yeah, maybe, I mean, big up to Lil Uzi. Maybe he's light years ahead of us. So, I mean, we'll find out maybe one day what this is all about. But I do want to move on quite swiftly to Mr. Danny BB. So we briefly touched on this last week when we was talking about Love Island. If you don't know, he was voted out. And upon leaving, he released a statement talking about his use of the N-word. And I don't have it to hand to read it to anyone who might have missed it. But in summary, he apologized, and he basically said the reason why he used it was because of his love for rap music and him listening to the likes of Eminem, and he didn't use it maliciously, all of that. So what was our take on the apology? Because I thought it was a bit
well, okay, so the people he quoted, just so that we know exactly who he quoted, he said, from the likes of 50 Cent, Drake and Eminem since he was a kid. And I use it like they do, as a term of friends, bro and brother. So that was taken from his Instagram post, right?
Pause.
Hold up, sir.
I used it like they do.
Pause.
Hold up. Hold up.
Can we
First of all, you haven't been listening to Drake since you was a kid, because Drake was not around when he was a kid. So let's start there.
Okay.
And then Eminem, I don't hear the N-word frequent in Eminem's vocabulary personally.
No.
I don't know if you might have flew it out here and there back in the day, but it doesn't register in my mind like, oh, remember when Eminem used to.
You know what? He might have just dropped Eminem in it, because none of us seem to know.
Eminem's like, how did I get this? Hang on.
Eminem is now probably, oh crap, let me go delete some of these
me-
songs out here.
Delete my old tweets. No.
And then 50
That's
Cent,
such-
I'm sorry, but 50 Cent, why would anybody follow anything that
exactly.
50 Cent be doing?
50 Cent says a lot of things. Are you going to be saying everything? It's just
50
such
Cent says a lot.
a weak,
A lot
weak
of
excuse.
things.
Like,
And also,
it's
like,
come on.
Danny, look at yourself.
Period.
And look at the people that you're
Talking about.
You don't live in the same environment. You're not around this, like you're completely different. So why would you think that now you can also do what they do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know when you was younger, your mum would be like, so if so-and-so did this, you're going to do it too. If they jump off a cliff, you're going to jump off too.
He would say, yeah.
Are you going to be jumping off too, Danny? Like, you just want to be inner. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, he just saying I was following. I was a follower, and I was just following.
I wanted to be involved. Like, no, sir. No.
I feel like I've literally heard this excuse so many times.
It doesn't work.
It's just...
It's comical
it's
at this
weird.
point. It's
It's
comical.
so
The fact
weird.
that you wrote this out and posted this online for people to see, and you thought this was a good idea, honestly.
Well, anyway, that was that. In terms of what has actually been happening the last 2 days, I'm not sure if anyone's seen the Instagram stories that Patricia posted very recently. I will paraphrase and summarize. I was
going to say, break it down to us. Tell us what happened.
I'll be as accurate as I can, but memory's a bit foggy. So basically, Patricia, and I think she was with Jade Pierce as well, they were out somewhere and they was approached by a homeless lady, and basically the homeless lady wanted them to give money or food, and she was like, oh, let's go Tesco, and then Patricia was like, no, let's go to M&S, because I think Patricia said it was close or something.
Yeah, it was across the street.
So. Yeah, so they went to M&S, and basically the homeless lady was adding like rotisserie chicken, like a big tray of mac and cheese. Like, she was saying something about her and her 5 brothers, and she said she was like taken aback by kind of like the stuff and the amount that she was purchasing. We got to the till, and then the woman took over. She like took her card and she was like paying, and she was like, doing the transaction for her. So anyway, they leave, and Patricia posts this video kind of like laughing, like she was a bit shook, like, did she just get scammed? What's happened? Like, she didn't expect to be buying up rotisserie chicken and mac and cheese for like that homeless woman and the 5 brothers. So she released that. I guess she didn't think anything of it, and then she got some serious backlash, people saying she's a classist, she's making fun of homeless people, ignorant, calling all sorts of things. So then Patricia later releases, like, it wasn't really an apology, but she did say she apologizes to people who were offended.
Why?
And then she just kind of talks about the situation in a little bit more depth, and just saying, like, she was just in a bit of like, I don't know, she was just in a little bit of a shock, like she wasn't expecting the woman to be doing up that. So I don't know. I mean, I would just say, I just want to say, I think people are too sensitive in this day and age. I think they're too sensitive. I can see where they're coming from, but having watched Patricia's video after, I don't think she definitely was not laughing at the woman or her situation. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I didn't think it was deep. I watched it and I was laughing because she was basically saying that she was just taken aback because she, you expected to like if I offered you £5 and now all of a sudden I've given you 50, like, oh crap, how did this happen? Mm-hmm. And it was just like, oh, she just expected to go in there and buy the woman maybe a meal deal, or do you know what I mean, or maybe some lunch. But now you've bought stuff for it, and she didn't have a problem doing it. It's not like she didn't do it. She did it. Yeah. And then she was just laughing at it afterwards, like, wow, I didn't expect to do all that, but I did it. Like, I'll be honest, I did laugh. Like, I did chuckle when she was like, when I watched the story, I was like, I don't know, the rotisserie chicken just got me. But like, I did chuckle a bit, and then I was like, wait, should I not be chuckling? Like, can I not?
Because she wasn't saying anything about homeless people, or she was literally laughing at herself in a situation because she didn't expect to have spent that much, but she spent it. She's doing a lot more than a lot of these people that are commenting on it, talking about
Period.
Exactly. And like, let's not pretend scams do not exist and homeless people do. It does exist. It's not like it's an alien concept. All because you're homeless, it doesn't mean you're a good person. Before you're homeless, you were a normal person. You could be a horrible person. You're still horrible now. Like, let's not do all of this.
People just don't like Patricia, and I don't know why. Because it's not the first time she's made a comment publicly about something and everyone's dragged her for filth, for nothing. And I don't know what it is about Patricia Bright that rubs the girls the wrong way, but there's something about her that they just don't vibe with. The girls don't like her, man.
Well, I didn't watch the video, so I don't know what happened, but from the sounds of it just sounds like some jealousy might be up in there a little bit. Because I agree, like, anybody can scam anybody. Your situation does not eliminate the fact that you can be a scammer. Like,
homelessness does not dictate your characteristics. Period. That's just a situation that you find yourself in.
Yeah, I think you're more fake as a person if you look at someone else and be like, because you're in this situation, that I could never basically say that you're this and you're that. Judge people for the individual, not their circumstance. That was judging for someone's circumstance.
I would have got it if it was like she was filming the homeless lady and she filmed the act that she did, and there was literally none of that. It was just a little selfie thing after the fact, after she actually did the good deed. And everyone's mad.
It is what it is, Patricia. You can, just feel bad in your millions and wake up in your millions. So, look, have a good day. Have a good day.
Oh, gosh. And on that note, we will move on to our final one. This is a bit of a politics for those of y'all who are actually informed. So I'll actually pass it over to Daneille to give
our resident
context.
politics.
For real.
What's it called? Researcher.
Politic commentator.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You know what? I just reject
anchor.
all of that. Okay.
Not reject.
I'm just here
you
to
are the
talk
most
about
qualified to divulge this information. So.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what happened? That is actually it's that big of news that it's even hit the blogs. You know, the Shade Borough will be out here reporting on it too. That Dawn Butler, she's an MP, and she was thrown out of the House of Commons for basically saying that the Prime Minister lied. She accused him of lying. So what happened is she brought her receipts and she was talking about all these things that many people know that Boris Johnson has either been complicit in or just kind of like the cabinet in itself has been very complicit in. Anything from like the coronavirus to the contracts to the rule breaks, everything. She was throwing it all out there, even down to the NHS spending and how much they report that they do versus what's actual and factual. She just went for it, and then she topped it off saying that basically the PM, he be misleading the public and he misleading us, and enough is enough. Then we had basically the deputy speaker. She basically told Dawn Butler, you need to retract what you're saying because it's on the record, and gave her that option to do so. Dawn Butler wasn't having it. She doubled down twice, and that led the speaker to chuck her out. So what made me laugh the most about that clip is the way how Dawn Butler grabbed that bag, honey. I swear I died. She grabbed the bag. If anybody watches see the meme from that lady from what's it called, How to Get Away with Murder, and she just grabbed her bag and she just but that was the way Dawn Butler did it. I swear, she picked that bag up and she swore down them steps like a G and out like it is and then she went into her car and she doubled down some more. She was like, now we all know that this man's a liar, and I don't understand why I can't say that he's a liar in the House of Commons. Like, what are we doing here? And she has gotten so much praise for doing that because, of course, we're all tired and sick to death of people pretending like we haven't seen lie after lie after lie after lie lately. So yeah, that's what happened. And now people are also calling.
To you, Dawn.
People are calling for her to be the new Labour leader because we're still waiting for Keir Starmer, the current Labour leader, to actually back her. Like, other Labour MPs have said, yeah, we stand with Dawn. And it is crickets from Keir Starmer.
Do you know what? That's what we need. We need, like, in terms of someone who is transparent, someone who can answer a straight question, someone who's got integrity. And I think, you know, some of those items are missing from what I've seen. All shade, all tea, but yeah. So I mean,
but that's what happened.
Boris hasn't been having a good week, has he, with everyone?
Do you think? What is quarantining?
With that, and there was the Dominic Cummings thing, and that he did that interview. Wasn't that this week?
Did anyone watch it?
I didn't watch it, but I saw clips when I was watching the news, and he wasn't.
It was so pathetic. Like, honestly,
so funny. You know, someone stops being your friend, and then you're just upset that it's not your friend anymore. So you're like, oh well, they did this, so they like Dominic.
That's literally what it was.
You were there. You were involved.
But you should have watched it. Anytime they asked him, like, okay, so if you knew at the time. And he was like, and I was like,
I just thought,
boy, bye.
Like, he can't run the country. He's not. What did he say? He was like, from the beginning, they never wanted him to be the prime minister or, you know, the leader of the party and all that.
Yes.
Like, and the woman said, so why did you back him? And he went, well, at the time. I just thought, Tom.
Cut.
Honestly, politics is literally reality TV. Like, sometimes it's very annoying,
least
but whenever I
is.
do tune in, I just can't help but laugh. So I'm thinking, are these people actually being serious?
But
yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
That's what's been happening this week. So yeah, we move on to the question. What's the question, Dilly?
Okay, so we got a little bit of a spicy one today. I don't know what just happened to my accent there, but
You
anywho.
sounded very Birmingham.
Yeah, I know.
Or even Dudley. Ooh. Sorry.
Anyway. Is vulnerability in men a turn off? So when we're talking about vulnerability, I think we're talking about anything from, they dropped a little tear. Maybe they wanted to come and say, babes, come sit over here. I just want to tell you about my feelings.
Did you say they dropped a little tea?
A little tear.
Yeah.
Oh, Tia. I thought you said tea. I was like, okay.
That ain't vulnerable.
Someone sent me this
They're
thing
just
yesterday.
a gossip.
Literally, someone sent me this thing yesterday. Was like, men are the biggest gossips,
They
and
are.
I was like, it's true. Men love a gossip, but
They
that's
do.
neither here nor there.
That's all they do
yeah.
with their boys. They just gossip.
But I would definitely say, in answer to the question, for me, it's not. I think if your partner cannot be vulnerable with you, then who can they be vulnerable with?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're probably the closest person to them. And everybody needs to talk about what's been going on, like, in order to, I don't know, just have that support system. Like, why should, or because you're a man, why should you have to close yourself off and just keep it all within? I don't know. I think that's a bit old-fashioned as far as I'm concerned.
But is there like a level to the vulnerability?
So
Is there like a moment when maybe they're just doing a little bit too much vulnerability? You just...
what do you mean? Like,
Okay, so maybe they were talking about their feelings for like 5 minutes, but then it turned into 15.
not 5, you're timing it.
Wait, hold on. But if it got to the 15 mark and you're still talking about like his feelings, at that point, are you starting to think,
15, come on, you need time. It takes time. Like, if it's a deep issue, it's going to take time to like express it. I will say, if it's like a serious thing, therapy is like an avenue that people can take. No, for real. If it's like a serious thing, I'm an advocate for therapy.
Oh yeah, no, I thought you
I'm
were
not
about as in
professional.
me.
So...
I'm not your therapist.
Yeah. Oh no. So I mean, I'm not a professional. So if it's like a serious thing,
yeah.
then obviously, like, being there to listen to them is one thing. But then recommending.
but then after that, would you kiss them? So they told you their life.
Why you have to?
What? I'm asking about if it's a turn off, so obviously I have to ask.
Wait. We're looking at this as if this is like your man. What if they're not your man yet? What if it's just someone that you're talking to or someone that you're dating, and all of us, and
we need to define exactly.
because if it's my man, then I gotta do what I gotta do. You cry, do whatever. But if we're just talking, or I've
what
been
does
on
that
one
mean?
date with you. Say I've been on one date with you.
This is the second date. Yeah.
Second date, you're crying.
Okay, so that's
I don't know
different.
what to do with that.
That's different.
But he needs to open up, obviously, because
but
in the first
Wait.
3 to 4 dates, you have to get to know each other, right? And you know, first date's probably the fun moment, like you're just doing the chat. You're like, okay, no, there's something there. Date 2 is when you're supposed to uncover a little bit more as well.
But do you have to cry?
That's a little bit more to you.
But what if that he needed to? Because what he was uncovering was something traumatic. Because
that too depends on what he's crying about.
Yeah.
Depends on what you're crying about.
But then he needed to put like his head on your shoulder because he just wanted that comfort.
You're trying to draw me out. I didn't know these little things.
So
he's got your head on his shoulder.
I just feel like
his snot running down his nose, like.
You're really
no one
embellishing
said it had
the
to be
story.
that bad. No. Okay. To answer the question, it's not a turn off. Vulnerability in itself is not a turn off at all. It could be a turn on actually, because I don't like a minute to like, oh, I can't show my feelings, or I can't like let guard down, or being all like macho, quotation marks. So yeah, I'm not really too much of a fan of all that. But I do feel like where you can help it, time and place does come into it. Like, if I've only known you for a short amount of time,
12 hours.
you can't like dump all of this onto me, because me being me, right, I feel like if my friend opens up to me about something, or a family member or whatever, my initial thought is, okay, how can I help? And if it's someone that, say I don't really know you that much, I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how you like to receive help, because like, for example, some of my friends, I know you don't want to be bothered every day. I could talk to you like once a week, whereas I know some people, constant contact, how are you feeling today, how are you doing? I don't even know how to be around you yet. So I'm like, I don't know how to help, and that's gonna make me feel awkward now, because it's like, oh, I feel good that you've opened up, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, I get you. Obviously, if you don't know how to help someone, it's a really awkward situation, because you can't even then turn around and be like, so how should I help you?
Like, you tell me what and that's not really what you want to be doing when you're being vulnerable. So I don't know.
What about you, Ebs? So there is obviously levels to vulnerability, from being in a relationship with someone so you know them clearly, to I'm getting to know, and part of it is being vulnerable. So is there any level where vulnerability is just it's going to impact on the kissability?
I love that. Yeah, I would say, I mean, the same thing really. Like, if I've known you for 12 hours, I just don't know how to receive such information. It is a tricky one, because I've definitely been in a situation, or specifically, I've experienced someone that I barely know offloading, and I think if you're doing that at such an early stage, it's kind of, in my perspective, depending on what it is, it's almost like, are you ready for another, like, are you ready for a relationship? Are you ready for a long-term relationship? Because that takes more out of you, let's be honest. So I think it does interfere with getting to know that person, and in a sense it does kind of, I don't want to say turn off, but like, it does. If I barely know you, it's going to inflict on that, or impact on that. So yeah, I mean,
how soon then?
Do you know what? We can be friends, and you can talk to me about that. That is fun. No, like, we.
No, that was a genuine question.
Retract.
That was a genuine question. Like, when is it?
They don't want to be your friend.
Yeah, retract. That's not how I make friends either. I don't usually make friends from trauma. Like, that's not how it works either, in it. So I can listen. I definitely love to listen, support you in any way that I can. But yeah, it's a tricky one.
What is men showing their vulnerability though? Because it's not just crying. Like,
no.
How do men show vulnerability? Genuine question, because I'm trying to think.
Okay, there's levels, isn't there? There's just simply verbalizing something that's quite deep, emotionful, quite serious, I guess, sometimes.
I was thinking about trauma, like, I was thinking about deep scars from the past. That's what I was thinking about. Is that vulnerability?
Maybe clingy? I don't know. Hugging?
Clingy? Is that vulnerability though?
I see
like being like really close all of a sudden, like needing to put his head in your lap, and you need to like stroke his head or something.
I think that's different. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. I'm lost now. What is vulnerability?
I see vulnerability as something that you're not going to do with everybody. So like, I was thinking extreme. Sorry, I was thinking really extreme.
Maybe what's like maybe extreme. What though? Like breaking down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. But I know there's obviously levels to it, but I don't know, my mind just went there. So I think maybe
for me, it was all I could think in my head was more about the conversation side of things. When you open up, like, you're just saying some stuff that I know is probably not privy to many ears. I'm probably just been invited into this small crew. Who knows? Or maybe I'm the only person in this crew. Who knows? That sort of vulnerability,
I think if you're going to be vulnerable with someone, you've got to have like a level of trust. So that's what I mean, like the time element is big, because if you barely know someone, there's no way you trust them with something that is obviously important to you. So
to be fair, I will side eye as well sometimes, just naturally. Like if I feel like I haven't known you that long and you're already telling me XYZ. I've had it happen to me before, and like literally never even met the guy before, and say we're just like phone texting, and you've already told me this about your ex, and this about this and that. And I've sent into the group chat like, guys, what, like, you're doing too much. So I will side-eye that as well, because I'm thinking, you can't be just with everybody and anybody. You don't even know
what? I think people do use vulnerability sometimes as a way to try and connect with someone on a deeper level. So perhaps men actually do open up on purpose, like, okay, maybe this will bring us closer, they understand me a little bit better, now we're going to move in this certain path or whatever. It opens the door to the next level is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So what stage would you think that's appropriate? Because you said second date. Like, what stage would you, when you put the scenario forth, but like what stage would you say that being vulnerable is like acceptable or not gonna turn you off?
Well, for me, I'll answer the question for myself because I don't think it's a turn off. Straight up, I can say that. And second date is easily okay for you to start opening up for me, because more than likely I'm not going to see you anyway within a month between the first and the second date. I'm sorry. I just can't be doing like a date this week and a date next week. I just need some time.
But so once a month.
So if that's the case,
one date
once a month, I think it's a bit like not even 2 times a month.
If you make
we're not
it
in
past
lockdown
that
anymore, girls. Like, we're actually free.
If you make it past that second date, then of course maybe I'll see you every 2 weeks, and then we'll just get a little.
I think every 2 weeks is cute. Every 2 weeks is more than enough for me personally. Once a month. After 2 weeks, you're now a stranger again. So the second I'm gonna like pick up again. Like, no. I just googled.
Okay.
How do men show vulnerability? It says.
Not the Google.
The Google. It says when they express what they're feeling. So when your man starts to talk about what's on his mind, confess his true feelings for you, tell you he loves you, or even cries in front of you, that's him being his most vulnerable.
But today's 2021 men don't feel... Actually, I won't talk for all men, so apologies those who might come for me. I think men are more accepting of being able to be more vulnerable. That whole kind of idea of I'm not allowed to cry is slowly fading away. So maybe that whole idea of they cry in front of you, that's a sign of vulnerability. Is it really? Because men be crying now.
I don't really see men crying still.
Really? I see men cry, but as in like they won't cry like naturally, like, oh, I'm upset, let me cry. But it's like if they cry, it's no longer like this thing like, oh, I'm so embarrassed all my days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get mad and punch someone because someone saw me cry. That's not. Well, that's actually how
that's
people.
That's true. I agree with you.
They take that reaction.
I agree with you.
That ain't it no more.
Yeah, I think it's also quite reciprocal. So for me, I'm not going to be vulnerable with a guy early on anyway. So it's kind of like you got to match the energy, because if I don't feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable with you, then I'm baffled why you feel comfortable enough. Like, it's just like...
So who goes first?
Oh, you're not on the same page? I don't know.
Do you lose if you go first? Huh? Do you lose if you go first?
I could never. I could never be the one
go
to
first.
Go first with vulnerability.
I don't know.
I'm all types of vibes.
No, I'm sorry. I feel like I lose if I go first. It's not happening.
It's not happening. And you know what? It's not even like a competition or anything. It's just I feel like guys are on that foolery. So I'm just like, why should I?
Why should I show you this? Why should I put my... Because being vulnerable, is like...
Can be used.
You've just opened yourself up to just...
That's right. So
everything.
when you get the love shot, who you gonna play?
No, not me. I need to have some sort of level of protection here. So I can't. You don't have to cry in front of me to go first, but you've got to you got to share something. Tell me something. Like,
you gotta tell me you like me first.
Oh,
okay?
100%.
Period. Okay.
That's just offering.
Let's do that. You have to do a whole bunch of stuff first. Tell me about your past first. Everything first.
No one is trying to lose here. This is all like it's all like a silent competition.
Okay, guys, we can move on from that. I think we agree.
Being vulnerable. So the moral of the story is
be vulnerable.
Be vulnerable, but be vulnerable to the right person.
With someone you trust.
Because
At
not
the
everyone
right time.
cares. Not everyone is going to care. But anyway, let's move on to what are we watching. So, this week, we've just been Love Island up with Love Island UK, Love Island US. So, let's jump into Love Island UK first, because I feel like, well, let me not even do that. I was going to say, having started watching Love Island US, I'm realising there really is jack going on in the UK. But some of the stuff that we've highlighted. So first of all, this week they did recoupling. So new girl so-and-so came into the villa, I'm sorry, and she caught the eye of Toby.
Yeah.
And Toby somehow decided that he was stealing her, and when the recoupling happened, he decided that he was going to recouple with the new girl and not with his ex coupling of Chloe. So it's kind of deja vu, really, for some similar parties involved, where Toby basically did the same thing with Kaz when Chloe came in. And I specifically remember Chloe not really caring too much about how Kaz was going to feel about that. Now that the tables have turned, she's
distraught.
Yeah, she's distraught. Like, this
Honestly,
is terrible.
She says she feels disrespected.
She feels disrespected.
Yeah. She said Toby literally is disrespectful, and how could he do all
he
this?
doesn't get, like, she should have known, because he did it to Kaz, not remembering that she was involved in that too. I don't know why she keeps dropping that line.
Amnesia.
Yeah. So, do we care? Do we think Toby should have recoupled with the new girl, or stayed with Chloe, or?
I mean,
I feel like go on,
it just is what it is.
Well, for me, I think Toby's doing what Toby does. So as far as I'm concerned, Toby be doing what Toby does, you know? So that I'm not excusing it. I think he's wrong, dead wrong. But he was wrong twice. So to me, he's showing me that's just Toby. That's his pattern. What I don't understand about her is, like, when a guy fools you once, fool you twice, who's the fool really? It's her.
Exactly.
It's her.
And I just feel like, whenever girls have this thing happen and they get all, like, angry at the guy and stuff, I'm thinking, okay, but when he did this, when you were on the receiving end, and, you know, the positive, what was attractive about that to you? What was attractive about a man basically ditching somebody to be with you? That wasn't never going to be attractive to in the way that he did it. Sorry, in the way that he did it, to then say he didn't feel like he didn't regret anything, he would do it all again, and you were all like about it. And now that it's happened to you, it's no longer attractive behaviour. Now it's disgusting behaviour. Well, it's the same thing. So I don't feel sorry for Chloe at all.
Not at all. Not an ounce.
I think Toby truly lives by the phrase, I'm happy but I could be happier.
I could be happier.
Yeah. And do you know what? I feel like Toby also is thinking about public perception.
Yes.
Because we know he spilled the beans last time, so we've seen again that individually they were also not popular. So what's the benefit to him staying with Chloe?
Yeah.
So he saw a new fish. You know, the public don't hate this new fish right now, so it's smart for him to move ship. So that's what I think
probably
doing.
feels like Chloe was anchoring him down.
Yeah, he
not realizing that we don't like him either. So we'll see.
He thought he was the vibes, didn't he? He was like, I'm the vibes, and she's not the vibes.
Yeah.
Let me cut.
Little does he know.
Little does he know. So off the back of that, basically in the same recoupling, Hugo, being such good friends with Chloe, decided he wasn't having it. So I'm not having this. Not having it. So he got up there on the stage and said, this girl does not deserve to be treated the way she's been treated in the last 24 hours. It's absolutely disgusting behaviour. Just went on his own little speech.
For whatever reason.
He felt like it was just in his spirit. He needed to get it out.
It was in his spirit.
He was shaking.
When he was sitting down and like, but I need to say something. And he's never had this much passion for his own relationships in the villa.
Honestly, to stop him being single.
But here you are, doing up friendship couple again. Anyway, so Hugo does that and then basically recouples with Chloe and basically...
And no vibes.
From what I saw anyway, the majority of the villa were like, kudos to Hugo. Only Faye, I could clearly see anyway, that actually voiced their opinion.
Yes.
Was like, no, that was muggy. Yeah. So, guys, do you think what Hugo did was muggy, or are you like, kudos?
I think it was muggy.
Muggy.
Yeah. Did you see Chloe when he was saying it? She was like,
what the hell was she doing? What an embarrassment. She was like, it was the way she went. I was like,
some gang
it was with the head. I was like, what?
And she was all staggering as well.
She was like, yes,
Hugo. Again.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you, this girl be drinking because there's no way you're gonna tell me Chloe's been sober. This like, no, she's drunk. She is drunk. To me, personally. So yeah.
I would laugh if she's not, and that's just actually how she talks.
No, because she talks like that in the daytime, but at night time it just her jaw is just loose, and I just don't know why. Why is your bottom jaw so loose? You must be drunk. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm not
that's
doing
what it was
this
giving me.
Today.
That's what it was giving me.
To add to your question,
let's read.
Do not
Sorry.
like Hugo. Listen, before no, it's not personal, Hugo. Okay, if you're listening, it's your character on the show. You're a character on the show right now.
Yeah.
So I don't like Hugo, Mr. Hammond, whatever he was. It's just. And it is snaky because from what we've seen anyway, he did not say all of that to
not with so much vim.
He did not,
yeah. And then he's acting like, and then when he was talking to the boys, I think he was like, yeah, no, I said exactly that.
No, you didn't. Toby was so right when he called him out. He says, I noticed that you're more that guy who goes with a girl instead of your boys. And I was like, that's exactly what he did, Toby.
He said girl follow. No, he said girl follow.
The thing that made me laugh the most about it is guys typically do that, like literally go and throw their boys to the wolves only if they know the girl is literally secure, hooked, like they have to be in the source for that, it's not just a regular trying to shoot my shot. But he did it for a shoot my shot at a friendship couple. That there was no like inkling
she didn't
there.
Even acknowledge the fact that he said, "Oh, something strange things have happened."
Yes!
She did not click.
I was just gonna say, did anyone else actually hear what he said? Because he was giving like
he was shooting.
We never know what could happen.
Yeah, she heard it, but she's like,
"Hang on, you literally saved my life." I thought, she's not feeling you like that. So whatever you just did,
embarrassing.
Basically, how Aaron got curved that day when he tried to kiss Lucy. This basically was what just happened to you, Hugo, because you just stood in front of everyone. And
it was level 10.
He tried it again. I think it was that night when he was like, "You need to find a nice guy who's gonna treat you right." Like you've tried twice now. Say it with your chest, or just don't say it all. Because
so this whole time, do we think the reason why Hugo hasn't connected is because he didn't, daydreaming about Chloe?
See, I thought Lucinda, but okay.
Nah, he did say before that he likes the look of Chloe. However,
but he don't like fake.
I don't think he knows what he wants. I think at this point he's been so single up in there, he's gonna take what he gets. But saying that, the other girl who came in, he did of course said no to her
straight away.
He got that up.
She was like,
that was too funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I hate cats. I like horses.
She came in and she was like, "Hugo, I want you," and he was like, I just need to simmer on this a little bit.
Oh, spit forward. Coming on strong.
She ticked your 3 boxes for initial attraction thingy. Based on what he said. Based on what he said. blonde, leggy, natural. She seemed to tick those three.
They basically put her in there for him.
Yeah.
And he basically was like, no.
Yeah.
He didn't even say, oh, no.
He risked it all for the friendship.
And then had the nerve to say, oh, I don't remember what her name is, but so-and-so's gone home.
Yeah.
And
that's not fair for her.
And that's not fair. Yeah.
Whose problem is that, Hugo?
You were the only one that was
He didn't even acknowledge her in his
You made the
speech.
choice.
Yeah, he did act like she wasn't even there. He made the whole thing about Chloe. And made it like a laughing thing. Meanwhile, the girl was just standing there like, oh, okay. Clearly, I'm going home.
Yeah. He proper hyped up that girl. Oh, wow.
Anyway, the next thing that will be highlighted, so Kaz, our good sis Kaz, has secured a bae. Done up, a romantic couple, lips in on the terrace, a bit of holding on the body.
I'll bring us back to that later. Carry on.
Oh, okay. So Tyler is, a new bombshell or whatever. He came in very much, I'm here for Kaz.
I'm here for Kaz.
I'm here for Kaz. Hasn't really looked at anyone else.
Yeah.
Which I personally feel like a few of these guys that be doing this, because as I said last week, Kaz, she'd be just showing everybody her cards, just showing I'm interested. Yeah. So I feel like possibly Tyler might feel like, safe pick here.
Yeah.
If we're gonna get, in a couple.
Exactly.
And then once I get in a couple, then I can
safe for the
look
week.
Around. Yeah, I've definitely secured my spot for at least a week, yeah. And then I can look around. Yeah. That's how I personally feel. But are we here for Kaz and Tyler?
I don't know.
As a couple?
I'm just embracing the moment. I'm just here in the present. Kaz is loving it. I'm loving it.
I also felt a bit like that.
I'm just right now. Okay?
Yeah, but right now.
I'm just gonna sit.
Just gonna allow it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch it back and enjoy. When they were on the roof, I was like, I'm not here for this, but Kaz, if you love it, if you like it, I love it. You kiss like you've never kissed before. You go in.
Look, all I'm going to say is, I don't know if anyone else noticed, when they went on the terrace, which I think was a little bit of a strategic move by Kaz, when they kissed, which they had to stand up for, they kissed, and then she looked over and she was like,
but they didn't get
where's my cheers? Yes, exactly, because I think she was waiting for the cheers afterwards, like, woo, go you, Kaz. And I was like, I'm not too sure I'm a fond supporter of this relationship yet. It all just it just looked too staged and too forced for me. Well, the whole show has been, to be fair. The whole show has been.
I think when someone when someone comes in and they only have one person, like their sights on one person, I'm always a bit like, why are you so close? Why not just get to know everybody, or get to know, are there not 2 people? You just want to get to know them?
Just this one person.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. Did he even do the whole pull people for a chat thing? No. Everyone else did.
I didn't see him pull.
He said he's not interested in nobody else. So he wasn't going to try.
He just gives me like,
Do you think he's genuine?
He's just going to break her heart. I actually know somebody who knows him.
Do you?
And I was like, is Kaz his type? Because I'm like, I won't gonna say what I said. But I was like, is she his type? And then the person was like, oh yeah, he's from certain part of like London and stuff, and like that could very more likely be his type. Yeah. So I was like, okay, still not.
You decided to convinced.
Okay, I'm not convinced.
You got your answer. You were still like,
yeah, I was still a bit like, all right. That's why I was like, if she likes it, I love it. But we'll see how this pans out. And then Liberty and Jake asked Liberty to be his girlfriend. I could have fast forwarded that whole thing.
I'm so bored.
I like Liberty. I
love Liberty.
But I just wish Jake would just flick him off.
Yeah. Liberty could win by herself.
Yeah, just give her a new start, because I'm not here for him.
This is the earliest Do you know, I always side-eye a little bit when they do this period, but Jake went in with a game plan. He bought those bracelets. He wrote down on week 4, I'm going to ask whoever I'm with.
Yeah. And did we all listen and actually hear Wagwan? Because Liberty said, love you.
Yeah.
I love you. And he said, guys, she said
she loves me.
I was waiting for the love you too.
Have you not noticed that he's been like forcing this for a while? Because what was it, like an episode or 2 episodes back, he was like, so do you love me then? And I was like, what the hell is going on here, mate? Yeah. When she said love ya, and he just would not let it go.
Yeah, he was talking about it for like 2 days afterwards.
Yeah, he really was. I was like, wow, are you desperate for these words to come out of her mouth or what? Like,
she wants to be sure that if he asked her, that she would say yes. And I'm just like,
he's looking for that storyline, in my opinion. That's why he brought it up. He was like, have the ITV2 producers heard me say this? They better put this in the 1 episode, the 1 hour episode.
Because why would you bring in props?
So weird, yeah.
Why are you bringing in props? Like, it's not.
Why can't you do like everyone else and make do? What's there? Cut the grass or something to say love you. I don't know.
Would you guys be a part of the proposal? I don't know what to call it. Would you come and bring down?
Yeah, I'd be a good sport. Like, I can't be the only one at the side that's not taking part.
You know what? I would do it if I was in there, but I know it would be performing on my side. I'm not gonna lie. I need to be sitting down watching it happen. I probably wouldn't even clap when I see it do it either. I'll just be like, all right, cool, because that's just not me. I just think it's fake.
The whole thing is just so like, especially him. I don't know if she's quite privy to what's going on, but I don't want to like act like she's stupid. Do you know what I mean? So maybe she is privy to it, but not in a route. Oh, gosh, I'm gonna dig myself a hole. Let's move on, guys. So, Love Island US,
Oh,
finally,
Castlemore is on.
Oh yeah, Castlemore. Yeah,
so
forgot about that.
I'm excited about that because.
Who do we think is going to have their heads turned? Let's go with the girls first. Wait, sorry. Who do you think the guys will go for, and then who will have their heads turned? I hope Liberty gets tested. I hope.
I wonder if she'll actually like.
She's going to do this.
Give anything back.
She's not going to.
She's so comfortable being wingman because she's done it for Kaz for so long. Yeah. I think she's fine just to be there and wingman for everybody else.
Yeah.
So I don't even think she'll like.
But do you not remember in the last Casa Amor, some of the guys, because they're hilarious, they come in and tell the girls what's been said a little bit. They're like, oh yeah, man, it really for you. He said this, that and the other, and mess up their minds.
Why have they not done the whole tweets thing as well yet? They haven't done that yet.
Exactly. They should have done that.
They should have been done that.
And then do Casa Amor. That's
and
how
then ship them off.
Don't give him time to
the same day.
Talk. Yeah.
Same day. Casa Amor.
Look, man, ITV, hit us up, man.
Well, like a lie detector. Why have they abandoned that?
Oh, stop it! Lie detectors.
Yeah.
Lie detectors.
I want the truth.
Love Island, you lot are slacking. So, Liberty, we think she might stray, she might not. Who knows? Kaz, do we think Kaz is gonna stray?
Stray, hun.
I don't think she will.
I don't think she will.
But I think Tyler will.
I think Tyler 100% will stray. But I don't think Kaz will. I think Kaz is just lost in the...
She's smitten, like proper smitten. So.
Oh, yeah.
She better not do what she did with Toby and keep dreaming that he's genuinely for her.
Chloe?
Oh, she's off.
She'll stick with Hugo, is she?
Hugo, do we think he's actually going to try and participate in the Love Island show?
If there's not a blonde in the lineup, he's never going to try.
If a girl comes and says, I'm here for Hugo, maybe he might entertain it. But I don't think he'll be the one who actively goes for anyone.
Yeah,
I don't see it personally, unless it's Lucy.
I think we're actually going to say goodbye to Hugo.
Please, can
quite
we?
soon. Yeah, finally. Who's the other couples now? We've got Millie and Liam. Do we think anything? Because they're quite solid.
I don't think so.
Nah.
So they're going to stick it out.
Yeah,
we think.
So. Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Who else have we got?
Oh, that's it. Faye and Teddy.
This
one I'm not sure. I'm not sure about it. It doesn't seem that strong to me.
No, I think they both.
But everyone is saying it's strong, so.
I think they both could.
I think
Easily.
they could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Something just weird.
Faye would. Of the two.
I think they've just kind of settled.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I don't think they both really want each other.
Yeah. Maybe.
And then
And the last one we've got Aaron and Lucinda. I think it's the last one, Aaron and Lucinda.
Oh,
yeah.
Lucinda's flipping.
Lucinda's gone.
Aaron ain't going
sorry.
nowhere, but Lucinda's flipping.
Lucinda is gone completely. And I don't know about Aaron.
I hope someone comes in for Aaron. I really
Me
do.
too.
I do
Aaron
actually
now.
like Aaron now, you know.
What's happened?
Oh really? You flip flopping. I
never
always
didn't like
liked
him. Hold
Aaron.
on.
He's grown on me.
I never didn't like him. He just wasn't doing anything.
Should we go back through
No,
some
I was
of
like,
our
he just wasn't doing
episodes?
anything.
I
He
will
just was
re-listen
there.
to them episodes.
If I said it, I didn't mean it. I mean today. What I'm saying today is what I mean.
Yeah,
So-
just like, do you know when him and Kaz were like giggling at what
That was
Oh,
a
that's
cute
so
moment.
That was
That's
so
so cute.
funny.
I saw
was like,
personality.
Aaron,
I was
you're growing
like,
on me. Yeah, because we're
Aaron,
seeing
where
him
was
now,
this?
like, yeah.
He backs
And at one
Kaz,
point-
and I love it.
Yeah. At one point, he was like, Lord Jesus. And I thought, Aaron, why are you not showing this side of you? Because
Yeah.
for like 2 weeks straight, I thought you wasn't doing anything. You were just sitting there in daybed
Yeah.
doing nothing. So yeah, Casa Amor.
And by the way, sorry, not to drag us back into the drama, but he was the only one who said what he said about Kaz. He did say, I don't understand, like, he did that to Kaz and now he's done that to Chloe. It's not really any different. And everyone just went, yeah, and moved on back to Chloe.
Swiftly.
Yeah.
Very swiftly, and about, he's so wrong in this situation. I cannot.
I don't understand why some of the people haven't just like checked Chloe.
Check
You know what
her,
I mean?
man.
Like check her.
Yeah.
And I
She's
thought Faye was
bang
going
out
to
of
do it,
order.
and she just didn't do it. And
I thought she was. I was like, come on, Faye,
Come on,
please, someone.
Faye,
Come
come
on,
on.
please, put her in.
the thing that annoys me about the UK as well, I was like, they'll get in a little tiff, and then 30 minutes later, everyone apologises and they're all friends again.
Yeah.
Oh, can you not just have like drag it out for a little bit? Give us
Faye's
something
the
to
same
watch.
though. She did the same. I think it's that
That's
peer
what annoyed
pressure,
me.
isn't it? Like,
People I think
no
they're
one wants
just
to be
like,
hated.
The public are going to hate me. The public are...
Everyone's
think
thinking
it's
too
just
much
too
about their
much.
image and how they're
Yeah.
coming across.
Trying to be
Like,
Mr. and Mrs. Nice person.
oh my gosh, everyone just wants to be Molly May so bad.
so bad.
And then there was they released how many people? Like they told us 4 of the people that are going to be in Casa Amor or something like that.
3 girls,
Or
3
6
guys.
people, sorry.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
3
it was
girls,
guys.
3 guys.
3 girls, 3. Yeah.
Did anyone see anybody that they thought was interesting?
All of them are beautiful. I
Oh,
was
they
like,
haven't
this
seen
is
any
the
of
start
them.
of the cast. I'll go on Love Island, at Love Island.
Yeah.
They put them out on the slide.
Oh, okay. There's
I
this
think
Matthew
they've definitely
guy.
put them in there to turn some heads.
Oh, Salma's really pretty.
Mhm.
Mary's really pretty. The guys are not doing it for me at all.
We've got
None
an
of them.
American.
Like, apparently he's not American. Apparently he's from Luton.
Who
But he
was
plays
that supposed
American
to be?
football or something. Oh, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Is it the black
stop
guy?
it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, probably
A lot of
American
misinformation.
football.
We're here.
Who do you think? Okay, so Kayla, I think she might turn Jake's head.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, because she's blonde and he likes blondes.
I think
That's what
more
it
so
takes.
Mary.
Huh?
I think more so Mary than Kayla.
Let me see.
But I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh
I
gosh,
think
yeah, Mary
Mary.
too. Mary's gonna turn all the guys' heads. Oh, you know what? She might be a test for the guy who's what's the tall one called again?
Liam.
Yeah.
But he likes brunettes traditionally. So I
Does
feel
he?
like if it was like a brunette,
They haven't got any brunettes, have they?
yeah, they haven't really had any like.
It's just been blonde this season. So many
Moras
blonde,
or-
blonde,
There's
blonde.
like 5 blondes right now. Like
Yeah, there's a lot.
I keep saying it's Blonde Island.
I think most of the men are into blonde, so they obviously are matching that to turn their heads.
Roll my eyes. Anyway, child,
Mhm.
we'll watch this week and we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then lastly, before we go, we've got Love Island USA. I think we're all you 2 are fully caught up, aren't you?
Mhm.
I think I'm on episode 5, maybe episode 6. Can't remember. So, without ruining it for me and for everybody else watching, are we feeling it?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah.
We're feeling it more than UK.
Yeah.
Is that a question?
I'm just asking for the people.
Well, if you haven't watched it, anyone listening, you really need to check in with that Love Island US. Like, the Love Island US is giving you what you wanted when you said that you want to watch Love Island. Like, honestly.
I feel like I think with Love Island US, I do find it hard to get into it because the presenter, I don't know, is just very corny to me. And the production's just, I'm not trying to sound like, you know, a Love Island snob, but the production is just not to my standard. And then third of all, I think it's missing like some UK banter. Like the humor is just not 100% what I understand. But and also there's not enough male to male drama and female to female drama. Like if they had that, then yeah, I wouldn't complain. Like I don't think there's been that, but it's definitely better than the UK.
Okay, maybe because I'm not actually caught up. I'm seeing stuff. I'm thinking this could brew into something shady.
Okay,
so it's probably like all blown over now, but it hasn't like finished yet for me, so I can talk about it because you guys already know. But it's the moment where basically Trina with Jeremy and her friend Cash gives her a heads up, like, look, take your eggs out of this basket and, you know, spread your wings because he's telling people he's not really into you like that. She didn't say all that, but she basically said that. And Trina takes this information, decides she's going to go after Cash's man. And I just thought, no, sis, I gave you a heads up.
Honestly.
And the ball, you want to go after the one that's next to me?
Okay, I'll take my eggs and I'll go for yours.
I just thought, yeah, no. I get we're all new here, and you know it's only been a few days, but that to me was very, 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 very grimy. And I wasn't a fan of Trina at that moment at all. But it hasn't finished yet, so I'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I also am thoroughly enjoying it. I feel like it's better than UK so far because they're getting right into it. Like people are getting like crying day 2. Do you know, like, oh my, like you're my, like going on dates with so and so, I'm getting jealous, and it's been it's only been 2 days. So, and I'm also noticing that some stuff that happens on this show, that say if it happened in the UK, it would be a cliffhanger. In the US, it's not. It's just it just keep going.
Yeah, they do.
Going.
I like how they end it.
So it's like the drama. It's not like there's more drama.
It's not manipulative, isn't it? I feel like the UK Love Island is manipulative. It's like you can't see what happened here until you see tomorrow's episode. And I'm like, you know what, hoes? I'm about to leave because you can't be doing this to me every time.
You watch like a whole 45 minutes of nothing, and then the last 15 minutes where it's supposed to give me
what I'm looking for.
It on a cliffhanger.
That's right.
You could have fast forwarded all that Jake and Liberty BS. I didn't care about none of that. Like, show me the actual tea. So yeah, do we have any favourites on the cast? US?
Yeah. You go first, Ebony.
Favourite?
I don't know what I can say.
Say it.
My favourite boy is Giovanni. And my favourite girl is Amy.
Amy.
Okay.
Have I seen Amy yet? Oh, I have. Amy at the moment is a new girl for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything else. Yeah.
And I like Cash, right? And I like... I'm trying to think which... Yeah, I like Giovanni. If I had to choose out of all the guys, I would say him. He's the most, like... I'm not ruining it for you. But he's more my personality, personally. Like, someone who's a jokester, who just has fun. But at the same time, you can get serious if you need to. Is totally my type of person.
So far, all I've seen from Giovanni is corniness, but I haven't seen it, like, build there yet.
No, the first couple of episodes, he gave absolutely
He's giving me very,
nothing.
like, little brother vibes.
Besides,
like,
I was going to say, he totally gives all types of kids in the first couple. Like, I actually didn't even notice him until
honestly, he's giving me, like, hello, the big people are in the room, what are you doing here? Go play with your toys. No. But
He gives friendship, unfortunately, in Love Island. And I would still say that, but it's still the type... I guess I'm not going to say too much, but I don't think I'm ruining anything to say that, you know, Giovanni and Cash are quite friendly as friends, literally just friends. And I think, yeah, that's what I mean by he's just the type of person who brings up that atmosphere. So
Ebony, you side-eyeing. What are you side-eyeing? Don't worry about me, because I'm going to catch up. I don't mind.
Okay, I'm going to offend people because people are like riding for Cash. I don't think Cash is the best kind of friend from what I've seen. To Amy, to Giovanni, someone else as well. I just think there's times where it's like she doesn't really consider how they're feeling.
I want to know more.
Like, for example, Amy called Cash her bestie in here, but you're kissing the man that Amy liked right in front of your best friend's face. I thought it was a bit inconsiderate. And then with the Giovanni situation, I don't think she backed I can't say it, but like, don't think she backed Giovanni, like, because he, as far as what I saw, he was your, like, they were close, but she didn't seem to have his back when it came to other people. I can't say it without spilling everything that's happened, but yeah, there's times I'm seeing Cash, I'm just like, Cash is for Cash, which is good. But then it's like when you're claiming you've got bestie here, bestie there, bestie everywhere, I think you should take your bestie's feelings into consideration when you're doing certain things, and I don't think she does.
That was
she came for Cash, it.
Listen, I don't want to be dragged, but I don't care. Drag me. Drag. Who's going to check me?
So there's a Cash.
Exactly. I was about to say that the thing is called so who can check you, boo? Ain't nobody checking
exactly.
you.
That's very interesting.
I don't hate her. She's just not my fave anymore. That's all I'm saying. She's like dropped to number 3 maybe.
Nah,
she's at the bottom of your list.
I can't wait to hear, obviously, when you can be more a part of the conversation, Shan, because of course then at that point you'll have more understanding as to maybe why Ebony feels that way.
I don't see why you don't like Cash at the moment.
No, obviously you might see. I mean, I swear we're at episode 12, so you only got 6 to go, and then you can let us know. But for me, I'm still Team Cash, because I actually think she has done the best she could with all her relationships, because at the end of the day, none of these people were her friends before she came in this house, first. And number 2, she is best friends with these 2 people who are in the same relationship. You can't choose to be more of a friend to one than the other. Sometimes you got to play that I'm taking myself out of the situation game. So you know information about this one and you know information about that one, but if you're a bad friend, if you spread that one's information to that one and that one's information, in a situation like that, I'm all types of mouth closed. I don't know none of y'all tea. You can tell me I'm a box. I shut my mouth. I'm not revealing nothing, because then that's how I think you start to prioritize friendships. Like, well, clearly this one's more important than you. Yeah. And I think in that situation, that's what she did. And even so, I think what she did do was more girl code, if anything, because the one thing is I saw she was more riding harder for certain things, but it was due to girl code. And I respect the heck out of that. Like, I think girl code is important. I think it's good to have your girls' backs, because if anyone watches anything, men have their boys' backs. They back their boys. You can't break that thing.
You don't even have to be their boys. They just have to be a man.
But that's what I'm trying to say. There's this weird loyalty between men, and I think sometimes females, we forget that. Like, sorry, back you go. I
feel like girls just feel like you have to be actually my mate. You have to be my...
No.
For me to like back. But guys, you just have to be a guy. That's it. They don't care if they're actually friends. It's just, it's just a man.
I'm not going to say, like, obviously, if I met someone on the street, all of a sudden, like, I have your straight up back. I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not carrying your tea. Bye. But you know what I mean? Certain situations, I'm not just going to throw you to the wolves. And I like the way Cash handled herself in these really complex situations.
I think I agree to an extent, but with the Amy situation, Amy's a woman and she cut Amy off. Amy was crying, pouring her heart out about whatever situation that happened, and literally she just completely ignored her and kissed the guy that she was just crying about.
No, that was muggy. That was hella muggy. But
there was no girl code there.
At the same time,
the other situations maybe.
At the same time with that one, I think that was muggy, because I wouldn't have done that, because I'm more considerate. and she wasn't being considerate. But at the same time, I also thought, this is Cash's freaking moment. Amy, shut up, bye. like, this is her moment. This is what she's supposed to do in these moments. You know, when you couple, they normally do the kiss. And I was like, this is her moment. So what? She shouldn't have her moment because now you're crying. Like, I'm sorry. Let her have her kiss and then she'll console you. Like, chill.
I can't wait to actually know what the hell you're talking about.
It was a two-way thing for me. I was like, that's muggy, but I understand you need your moments. So it's like, Cash, you dead wrong. But I'm glad you had your moment.
Boo. Okay, I'm going to cut you that off because I feel like
you need to watch it, girl. Yeah. I want you in this convo.
I need to be involved. I don't know why it took me so long. Because I couldn't be bothered to try and find out how to watch it online. But I finally found it. And it's all going good. So today, literally between last night and today, I've done 5. So I think that's quite good.
Yeah.
Girl!
Yeah, between last night and this morning. Yeah.
Marathon.
I haven't been watching the extra episodes on like Paramount or whatever it is.
No, I haven't.
So I feel like I've missed certain bits because when it comes to the next episode, I'm like, so this like the Isaiah situation. There was a bit that I just completely missed. But I mean, whatever. But
that guy.
Okay,
right. Sorry.
Moving on then. I think that's it, guys, for this week's episode.
Music.
Before we go, yes, thank you for reminding me. Let's update the playlist. So we have a playlist that is on Apple Music and also Spotify. It's called We Outside. And it's basically a collection of songs, any genre, just songs that really like get you in the mood to have fun. So yeah. Has everyone got the song for the week?
Yeah.
Do you want to go first then, Ebony?
So mine's by Dr. Mad.
Hold on, child.
Okay.
Doc, as in DLC.
Doctor.
Oh,
Yeah,
Doctor.
Like, DR, and then Mad with a capital D. I don't know if you'll find it, but I'm just gonna put it there anyway. And the song's called Amari's Call.
Oh yeah, got it.
Featuring Green Hypnotic.
What kind of vibe is this? Is this like house?
I think so, you know.
I could tell just
I'm
by
not
the
good
name.
at genres, but yeah, it's
I don't know why it just came to me. Just the Dr. Mad.
it's like a summer vibe.
It just
Dr.
gives me...
Mad.
Yeah, Dee, what's your song?
Okay. Oh man, I was not prepared today, but okay.
Do you want me to go
it's
first?
okay.
Oh.
I'll just pick anything. So we're gonna go with. Oh no, I can't say that
Why?
because you know PC culture. But something be trying. Knee be trying.
Oh, who's it by?
It's by Foggy Raw, and then Jamie Zims Zamway.
Foggy Raw as in
Fog.
R-A-W.
Foggie Raw all together, and the rest should come up.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, yeah, got it. Oh, actually, let me just see if my song is already on this. No, it's not. I'm gonna add BMO Ari Lennox. What a vibe. Cool. So playlist has been updated. That's basically the end of our episode, guys. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching. Share, and we will be back next week. Bye. Hope you lot enjoyed. Bye.
Cool. See ya.